what I mean? Welcome to a Comic Crusaders Special. That's right, baby. This is the show where we explore the world of independent creativity and storytelling. And today I'm excited to have a return team here. This squad of talented individuals are back where we could now dig a bit deeper into the soon-to-be launched Kickstarter called Deathblade, The Awakening. Let me bring up three of the big honchos right here. We're missing two. If they show up, don't you dare miss out the show, fellas. Right? We need to talk. But let me introduce the big boys right here, the creative brain himself, Mr. E.A. Brown, baby.
What's going on?
What's poppin'? Then let me introduce your writing partner over the hills from unknown lands. The one, the only Mr. Brian Cochran, baby. How you doing?
How you guys doing?
Hey, and then we got my homie, the ultra talented. But don't call him Sweet Pea. That's just his awesome book. The one, the only Mr. Ali Leggett, baby. How you doing?
Hey.
Let's go. Fellas, happy to have you back, and definitely now be able to dig in just that much more into the world, of Deathblade, The Awakening, and of course, everything that's Skull Valley, everything you guys got going on. So, for those that missed the last podcast, that was episode 518, I believe. That was the first podcast of 2025. And if you missed it, how dare you? But guess what? I made it easy for you guys, and I put a link in the show notes. But guess what? We're going to bring it back. Wow. Man, I throwback style, action-packed. I feel like I was watching a movie. Dynamic action, the colors, holy, I'm a big color fan. Everything works so well, everything. And then the writing, the storytelling, the characterization, seeing what's going on, and then you leave us in cliffhanger, like, oh man, look at that. Yeah, I want to know more. All right. So you definitely piqued my interest with the book, man. And it is a gorgeous book, and a salute to the squad that put that baby together. All right. So, I'm getting people excited here. Just, so EA, let's talk about this real quick. What inspired the story of Deathblade, The Awakening? Was there maybe a particular event, an idea, or a passion that sparked the creation of this book?
The passion started when I was very young. I'm a huge Superman fan, and my best friend in the whole world who we did everything together, and I wore Superman suit. My mom bought me the first Superman suit. When he came out, the first Superman movie, Christopher Reeves is my only Superman that I respect. And my friend told me that I was black and I couldn't be Superman. He broke my heart. And from that time on, I said,
to say.
My mother came to me. She said, "You can be whatever you want. Create my own story." But I didn't think it was going to take me. I didn't think it would take me till I'm 55.
Well,
But this story embeds a lot about me. It doesn't. It's not based on race. It's just based on people.
Yes, thank you. I read that throughout, and I felt that it was incredible. Where it was, there's a diverse cast, but that's the second, there's third, and fourth, whatever. That doesn't matter. It's the story. It's an action-packed adventure story of people kicking ass or getting their asses kicked. However else you want to see it, because whoa, I mean, definitely, it's a fire book again. Kept me so. Listen, I don't know. These type of books is what it is right now. We're coming back to some good comic book fun. Stepping away from messaging. I mean, not that you're totally, again, you're seeing diversity, great, but that's, again, not what the story is about. And that's what makes it great. Like you said, it's a story about people, and I dig that. So talking about that, then can you tell us a bit about the main character and their roles in the stories?
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to give the writer.
Nope, to you, because, you.
You'll pass it to me.
Not it.
The main characters that we have is the beginning of the story about who in a total just mess. He ends up being the lone survivor, and he's still trying to figure out what just happened to him. So he's still fighting that piece. He's trying to figure out what's going on, what's happening. And as you see in the book, I always tell somebody, if you want to know something, if you're going to dig deep, be ready for the unexpected. And he finds out that, wait a minute, this is a lot more deeper. This is going to cost him his life. And then, of course, you have his wife who's there comforting him, like we talked earlier about. He's suffering from PTSD. He's suffering from depression. He's suffering from being the lone survivor, and she's there to support him.
Oh yeah, does she support him, boy?
And that's another part that we wanted to show. We wanted people to see that, the caring and being that, you have a lot of military wives. They're there for their husbands or their boyfriends. They're married, there for him. She's his dog. She's his ride and die. She's going to be there for him. She's going to do whatever it takes to help him get over what he's battling. And then, of course, another character, Machiavellian, who is one of the heads of the law firm that he works at. And you're going to see certain things that he's asking her to do. She already knows he's a little bit shaky. She's a defensive attorney. So, how being a defense attorney, you're going to deal with. Oh, I didn't go.
Sorry, I had something in my nose. Sorry, I had to pick it.
Yeah. So, those, and of course, the big one, M, they're going to get a chance to see who he is.
Okay. I'm digging this. I'm digging this. So, maybe Brian can answer this one then. What are the kind of the central themes of Deathblade, The Awakening, and how do you think they're going to resonate with, the current audience?
So right off the bat, I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, this is a multi-layered thing, because writers that do that are very pretentious. It could have layers. It's supposed to have layers, but I'm not going to boost from the, mountaintop like Sound of Music. But it does have layers. Ultimately, when you think of the dark, the supernatural, the paranormal, you think of, dark, gritty, evil, bad. Well, what is PTSD? It's the heightened fear of the bad in your past. So it mirror reflects each other in a way where it's now physical for Ambrose, the lead character. It's playing out in his, right there in his face. And you're going to see just how, I guess I can say, is that in real life, you try to find answers or closure. Whether a date, bad breakup, or a date, depending on who you're dating. Parents dying, loss of kids. You seek a reason. Well, Ambrose is going to find his reason, but it's going to be much worse than, figuratively speaking, closure.
Right.
It's going to have more added ramifications. So it's wishful thinking for the reader, seeking closure, finding out the whys. But for him, that brings about his own personal hell, both physical, emotionally, and mentally.
Let me ask you guys here.
And I'm done.
Oh. Let me ask you guys here. Are there any real world influences or events that maybe shaped the narrative of the story as it was being created?
Say that again.
This one time,
any
I went to
real
a
world
temple,
influences
and
and events that shaped the narrative of the story?
I would say one of the things that we tried to do when we tried to shape the story, and Brian can probably, I know Brian will back me up on this. We wanted it to be different from other. People see a look and they think, oh, this is what this is. No, not just a one-liner. There are complexities within the character and within the story. So this story that we put together, we wanted it to be different, and we were going to be intentional in how you see things. There are things within the issue that are actually giving you clues. So it's not just reading, really ending and seeing the panels and seeing what's happening, because there are clues that we are giving to you as you are reading.
Okay. So EA, let me ask you, when you created this was in your head, right? So when you dreamed of having a collaborative partner, was it Brian, your first choice, your dream partner, if you will?
Well,
I'm waiting.
Tell me something good, baby.
yeah, my first partner, and who's back with us, is Phil. We created the Deathblade world, the Deathblade universe.
Okay.
And it took, like, Brian was one of the first ones that we worked that really got us to where we needed to be. He wrote exactly what we wanted and what we were looking. The scenes were hitting on point on what we wanted the message to be and how we wanted. Some gifts to our first writer, Leland, who worked with us, but when it came to what we were looking for, Brian delivered. I mean, he knocked it out the park.
So you nickname him the new mailman? Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
Karl Malone, look out.
So, you know what I'm saying? So then what was that writing process like? Did you guys have a structured plan? Did it evolve organically? Is it, as you guys were talking about it, any specific tools or methods you use to stay organized as you guys were building the story?
Yeah. We currently we have the different factions, the different characters, their journeys. Brian can tell you, we have it laid out. And then from there, whenever we go through that process of that story, we put bullet points, and then the person writes, and then we go over it. Does it fit within our story? Are we able to do the things that we want to do? Are we much like so-and-so, or, I always tell people, I reference heroes or different paths. We needed to start our own story. And like Brian says, there really is an original story. It's how you structure and how you define the players within this environment, how they're going to operate. And so that's kind of how we operate and how we get our story and our descriptions of what the vision that the fans are going to see. And one of the things that was important, not just right, it was the artistic visual effects that people are going to see, because that sets the tone.
See, that's what I wanted to ask next. You were talking about vision. So were there any challenges in balancing the creative visions, being that you have, multiple contributors, and how did you ensure that the book, is going to maintain a cohesive voice and style?
I think witnessing this, it was some journey. It was some journey.
Yeah, so basically I came on in 2022. That other person, Leland, was writing it. And we had one other writer in between them. It felt, now I was Eddie's right-hand man at the time, so I was sitting in the meetings, just kind of loosely editing, trying to help steer it, to a feasible and logical, destination. But it wasn't clicking. Every few months, there would be another idea for issue 1. There would be another structure. There would be another, big script change. We went through like 6, 7 drafts of it
Yes.
in between Leland and now.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we did.
So Eddie and I spoke, and he was like, I'm going to go on Fiverr. I'm going to go on Upwork. And I was like, I'll write it. I've been at your side for 2 years. I know the freaking story inside and out.
Hello.
And I wrote it in a day. And yeah, what you see is what you get. There's hardly any changes. There's nothing big, drastic. That's what we went with, because I sat in through so many meetings with Eddie, so many calls. I'm kind of sleeping the Deathblade lore at this point. Even the Deathblade lore.
So, I want to ask you guys, then have there been any memorable moments so far, or funny anecdotes from your collaboration, that you're willing to share?
It depends on what you find is funny. It's been a ride. It's been a journey. Like most working relationships, you're not going to see eye to eye. I go straight for a living. So you're not going to see eye to eye. You're going to ask questions, even if, for a story idea, even if you're for that story idea, you're going to ask questions about, why do you want that? What the hell are you thinking? Explain it to me. What's the gravity? So in all those relationships, you can have back and forth when, you throw the phone against the wall when he's called you 12 times in an hour. I'm not saying Eddie's done that. I'm just kidding. But we've had back and forth, but we're still here. This is the finished product.
So how do you approach those creative differences, though? I mean, you guys are not going into a wrestling ring, and Alim over there coming having to referee a match.
Alcohol. No, just time, space, realizing, you're bashing heads for a reason, for the greater good of the product. It's not personal. It's not, a slight, I hate you, you hate me. It doesn't get catty.
Right. It wasn't even this. And I think this is something that when Chuck first came on to edit, and he really saw how we thought, how our thought patterns were, and how our vision and dream was, and how we would go at it real hard with him. And he would sit there, he would like, and you guys are not going to fight. It has nothing to do about that. We're all trying to get Deathblade to be the best that it can be. It's not about us. Like I tell people every day, and Brian can tell you, I was sending them tons of ideas, and they would shoot it down like, that's not working. And I'd be like, okay, cool. Because it wasn't about me. It's all about Deathblade. It's all about making sure that we delivered the best. I mean,
wait till people see. I think that you're going to be able to fund this probably within a day. So this book is gorgeous. I can't wait till people get to see more of the inside of you. I mean, I'm gonna bring up the sign up page, folks, so that way you guys can sign up. Again, I'm sure the link below. So go there, sign up now. We're gonna find out a little bit more. Don't you worry. We're getting there, folks. Be patient. I want you guys to know, like, all this work that these guys have put into this beautiful book. I see it. Just hearing them, I see all that love that was put in. As I reflect back on what I read right prior to the show. I mean, fire. So, let me ask you here: what motivated you guys then to pursue this project as independent creators rather than using maybe a traditional publisher? Were there any specific advantages or freedoms that you felt that you wanted to preserve?
So, I mean, we've always discussed about publishing our own stuff, because this is only a quarter of the titles that are going to be coming out in the future. There's other, related titles. But we live in a day and age where it's not, the early 2000s where it was everybody was live or die on image. We live in a day and age where we can publish, we can query stores, we can reach out. Communication is right there. Yeah, it's going to call for grit and determination, but you can do all the steps and put yourself out there. You can get yourself out that front door. That's just the age we live in. And right now, I don't dare mention, Diamond going under, which is a big shakeup. But even before then, if you have an idea, especially one that stretches across different titles like Ed has, you want to keep them under one banner. You don't want somebody sitting there going, we'll take that title, but not the other three, so you can't mention those characters in this or vice versa.
Yeah, man.
So that's what I've always told Ed. Add more money this way too. You're gonna hit the red, but when you come out, if you do it properly, it's gonna pay off financially, business wise.
Yeah. And there was something else that I've also felt too, was that when you go to a publisher, ideals that you think are great may not be great to them, and where they can just butcher your book to the point to where you don't even know it anymore if it's yours. And so I think the thing that I like about being independent is that our vision, our views, our message that we want to relay, from our art to our writer to our visions, we can do that. And like Brian said, I think in today's time, people are looking for something other than the main comic books. They're looking for something different. And we want to be able to present ourselves to be there to say, hey, here's something that's different, that can give you that 90s feel, but a modern.
I would say make you feel excited, like like it's your first comic book all over again. It's refreshing. I'll use those words. It's a refreshing that finally something not on no political bullshit, just having some fun, and they got some themes, but and it's cool though. It's the right stuff, you know what I mean? It's about a hero, self-reflection, like you said, going through his trauma due to the event. I mean, I don't blame him. Wait till you guys see the event. Holy effing shit. But yeah, you guys is crazy. I love it. I love the book. Now, talk to me. I've been here quiet. You know what I mean? Talk to me how Alim get involved in all this, because this is my big homie. Ever since we've been talking, and I seen my man's creative journey, and now he's doing even murals over here. He took a time off from work, folks, to chit chat. So talk to me how Alim got involved.
These guys got all these war stories for years. I must have came in on the easy part. The script was put together, the lore was all there. Ed's been great, Brian's been great, Chuck has been great, and everything was already in place for us to have met at C2E2 last year. What was that, 2024, Ed?
Oh my God, last year. So when I met you met him too that same day?
Yep. We met that same day, right there at the Heroic Awards. I'm in and all that, So yeah, so we got together, and he actually had appreciated some work that I had previously done, and as a favor, just to a fellow creator, I told him that I had somebody that could do a character turnaround for him, to help guide the direction of the art. And he was so impressed with that we ended up landing, Ultimate Arts ended up landing the whole art for the interior pages and everything. So I mean, like, that was amazing. Yeah. And like I said, man, and in just a few short months, man, we done slid down on this project and got a whole book together. And as you can see, we really put our all into it, because we believe in indie. We believe that, in quality.
I love. Talk to me then. I mean, how do you guys plan then on marketing and promoting the book? I see you guys, getting out there on the circuit now on the pod and talking, good. But what else are you doing here, especially for a Kickstarter campaign? And why choose Kickstarter? Because again, nowadays we have Fun My Comic, we got Zoop, right? You could have gone straight to Global Comics, for example. You know what I mean? Why Kickstarter?
I think because Kickstarter, being that they were one of the first to really open up to indie comic creators like ourselves, I just think that the audience, the platform they have, is where we wanted to gain subscribers. We looked at several different ways. One of the things that is different between us and a normal Kickstarter is it's not done. This book is finished. We're already working toward getting issue 2. You don't have to sit, you don't have to wait. It's done. It's finished. And once you read issue 1, we know you're going to be ready for it and moving forward. That was our first goal, is to get above the trees, because there's millions of other creators like myself out there. And I think the big key for us was Kickstarter just seemed to have it. Indiegogo is good too, but I feel that's a kind of a different audience. I think Kickstarter, I don't know if people, I'm pretty sure you know this, but Kickstarter is one of the big distributors of comic books. So,
Yes,
so for us to be on there and get that audience interested, that's what we want to do. Like I told people, I want to build organically. I feel once they get their hands on the books, they open up the pages, they see what we've done, the work that Brian, Aleem, and his team have done, that it's going to resonate with them. That was one of the things that we wanted to do. We want to resonate with them.
Really, you want to talk about resonating? I think, we've been teasing, talking about this beautiful art, this beautiful look. Listen, they have a trailer. That's right. If you go to the Kickstarter right now, it's right there. You can watch the trailer, but guess what? We're going to show you here right now, baby. So tune in, strap into your seatbelts, baby. Everybody going on a wild ride with the Deathblade trailer. Let's go! Art is gorgeous, man. Woo!
That's what I'm talking about. Put me in the game, coach. Put me in the game.
Yo, what a fire trailer. I love it. A big shout out to Fallout Studios, Ink Studios Company. Yo, they murder that trailer. Definitely gets it. Folks, did you see those teasers, those beautiful pages of that art? What? Man, who is your colorist too? Because that color makes that artistry just pop.
Alfred E. Tal is the colorist, and Yusef Shitu on the lines. These guys, they understand the assignment. So when we read the script, this is the importance of having a good writer and a good editor. So I can't stress that enough. I know y'all think I get paid $5 every time I say it, but Brian, is a hell of a writer. And Chuck is a hell of an editor, and it makes our job easier because we can look at panels and understand, okay, we got to bring this kind of emotion out in this scene, and then that means, okay, well, we might have to use warmer colors for this, or soft or cooler colors there. You know what I mean? Like it helps to create a palette and set the tone.
And it does. Again, there's the emotional right. In the moments of action, the color have an intensity to them that again, you feel like you're in the action. And there's those moments you see, homie with his lady, and definitely sets a different mood.
Yeah, we want to draw you into every page and every moment, every chance we get.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, it's indie, but it's at such a professional quality, that you can put this book on the shelf next to anybody, and the quality is going to be comparable to. That's how I feel.
It's totally comparable to anything the big two or premiere, whatever you want to call them, deluxe is putting out. Again, there's so many different, right, outside of indie. There's other tiers, but this could easily sit on the shelf next to any one of those bad boys, and like it will stand out. It will stand out. Even the character design. I mean, again, folks, let me put this back in here real quick. Again, from the page, again, that's the Kickstarter link below. Please go visit this because this will be going live soon. Right? Maybe would it be going live in my birthday month? When is it going live, baby?
4th.
The 4th of April?
Yes, sir.
Look at that. 20 days, before my birthday is gonna come out. Yeah, on the 4th. Folks, you better stay tuned. That's why you guys gotta sign up to that Kickstarter right there.
They need to sign up because there's gonna be early drops that is limited. So first come, first serve.
Ooh, see, I want to talk about that then. I mean, what type of goodies can the fans expect when you drop this Kickstarter? Can you tease any fun stuff that fans may be able to get access to, especially those early birders?
Well, the early bird ones we're doing holographic. The comic book will be holographic. It will have a special seal, platinum seal. It will also be authenticated for each and every one of them with our signature on it. And they will also have special trading cards, posters, and we also are giving away some fat heads. I mean, first come, first serve for the holographic, I call it commemorative edition here.
Gotcha.
That is actually worth more than what it's supposed to be. And I'm just going to say it's $50, but it's worth more than that. And we're
Ooh, look at that.
That's a steal. You get a holographic. You said it's graded, signed, and commemorated for $50, along with all the other goodies. You want to get in when you get in early.
You got somebody already jumped in that just followed.
Hey, thank you.
Red collar right there. You got to check out their project. So I love this Kickstarter. Indie support one another. I dig the energy, man. Let me tell you. For me, I spoke to the Red Collar team too recently on the pod. I'm telling you, they got some fire projects. Check that out. It's amazing stuff. I'm totally excited. So let me ask you as well. So you have those tiers. So all right, if Deathblade the Awakening, right, were a superhero, right? What would its superpower be, and what would its kryptonite be? Can you tease?
I would say this: he's not a superhero.
No, he's not exactly. That's what I said. If
it's horror, I would say his weakness, and I don't want to give too much away.
Asian American women.
Do you have to change the batteries or something? What's going on
here? His weakness for now is blueness and awareness of who he is.
Okay.
That's his weakness.
I would have said his wife. She had him pretty weak.
Hey, she had me weak. I remember those days.
And there's a reason why I say that. If you read the book, with a man who's fighting with himself, he's trying to find energy. He's trying to find something that's missing, and it's something more. And so that's all I'm going to say.
All right. I want to have some fun here. So in this universe you're creating, which character from the series, or maybe even just the first issue, would you least want to be stuck in an elevator with, and why?
Spoilers.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying, watch out for spoilers.
Yes. It will be M. I do not want to be no weird guy because he's diabolical. He's savage.
Gotcha. There's so many one. This secret's still here, folks. There's still secrets because again, this baby does go live next month. You already heard the date here, April 4th. You saw that trailer. It's gonna be fire. I'm telling you. All right. So let me ask: if you could have any celebrity voice do an audiobook version of Deathblade, who would it be and why? And bonus points if they're known for their work in a similar genre.
Earl Jones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would sound wow. Yeah, man. Will you agree, Brian? To that one? Would you like to hear James Earl?
I mean, who doesn't? But for the lead character, I would definitely go with Mason Gooden from Scream 6, Hard Eyes.
Oh, okay.
That's who I've always envisioned, you know.
Hard Eyes was badass. I don't care.
Oh, it was. It's yeah.
If I got to pick, I'll take the guy. Who's the guy that was played Rorschach in The Watchmen?
Oh,
Jackie Earl Hurley.
Jackie, yeah. He follows comics, man. So maybe he'll see this. There we go. Yo. I didn't want you going home. Let's get it done.
They'll ask me to save them, and I'll say no. That right there. Perfect.
Let's say no. We're gonna have to use our Liam instead. He
but I was.
All right.
Really gave me the idea of who M was is Neil Statham.
Oh, really?
Actually created because of his looks, his abilities, and that's kind of how, if I was to do a movie, that's who I would go.
Get this movie done quickly before they get older.
Or the younger guy, maybe we got the new younger generation too. So I'm definitely down.
Let's go. And if you need an older version of the car, there you go. You can have me as an old senior citizen version of that. Whatever you need, bro. Yours at least is still gray. Mine is white. Jesus. Now, let me ask: what's the most ridiculous thing that has happened during the creation of this book? I mean, anything funny happened? Anything unexpected? Or maybe even an unexpected idea that made everybody say, "Oh shit! Wait a minute! Why didn't we think of that before?"
Me writing? I mean, it came out of the 2 years of being by Eddie's side, and one night I was still just kind of moseying along, being his right-hand man. Then, like in 2 minutes, I was writing the first issue. So that, I guess, the most unexpected thing.
That is kind of crazy, though. You're like, I got it, and it only took you a day to say, let me prove this shit to you.
Much, yeah.
Show you how to do this.
Yeah, and he did. I remember when I called him and I just said, "It's yours," and he told me, "I'll have it done."
I'm curious, honest. What was when you got it? You read it. What was the first thing that popped into your mind after you read it? Did you kind of say, "Oh shit, fuck, he got this motherfucker down pat"? Like,
yeah, it was like it was like I told Brian,
like, where the fuck you been? Why you been quiet?
Telling you, man.
Oh, I was never quiet with Eddie. Never.
They need to add that script to as a reward tier for people that's trying to get their game together, because it's a master class in what you should, seriously, man. You can read that script and just visualize panels as you go. And it's that good.
That's the power. That's what caught me, because when I read a script, I saw everything that I wanted to see. Everything that sometimes you can't really say, "Hey, this is what I want," but he just ripped it out of my head, just like, and he hit it so. And that's something that I always talk about with Philip, and I say this to him. I was like, he makes scenes look like, where did that come from? Because you didn't expect it, and it comes and he just, I mean, like I said, the temple right there, the things that he did.
Oh yeah, that was some wild stuff, man. I loved it.
That right was fire. Was fight, and then it was like cinematic. It was everything that I wanted, and so I have to give him his flowers. And I told Brian, I will always give him his flowers. Dude, you knocked it out the freaking park.
You see how happy you are with the writer side of this, right? So when the artists came into play, how quickly did they like also get the concept? And before, if anything, folks, I'm sorry, Aleem has to excuse himself. His phone is passing and is passing away. He needs that battery to call his wife and make sure he gets picked up today.
Sorry about that.
It's all right, brother. I mean, I always telling them that you were about to excuse yourself. That's
Yeah, I was. I pressed the wrong button, but I do need to excuse myself, man. Thanks for having me. I just had a slight scheduling conflict, but I did want to stop in and show some love. I really do love this project, and I believe in it. Yeah. So thank you
for hanging out, bro. You rock. You know what it is. We're gonna talk about you on the next project you got coming real soon on the regular hangout, man. And again, you got to check out the special we did about Black comic creators, man. I think I was very happy that I even taught even a few names. He like, what?
Hey, yeah. You know, I still remember Uncle Grant's.
He messed with
Uncle Grant's gonna stay with me forever now. You know.
Man,
all right.
You messing with the wrong person when you say, yeah, oh, word, thank God somebody wants to do this with me. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for that,
hey,
though. Have
hey,
a great one.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I'll catch up with you.
Talk to you later,
man.
All right. So let's continue. So my question again, you're talking about how Brian hit that out the park to you and your vision was like, whoa, explosive. He understood me. Did you feel the same way when you're artist, when you get on the rendition, or was that a journey in trying to find the right person that knew how to make Deathblade look?
I would say that I had good artists, but they could not have given us what we expected.
Okay.
The challenge that we had with Deathblade was his look. Once, and I want to give a shout out to Virginie over there in the UK, Art of Direction. They do all the Star Wars and DC stuff. Yes, I paid a penny for it, but it was worth it. Once she created the change to Deathblade to where he is now, and then of course, Aleem and his team, and of course, we need to talk about our variant cover guys, Oscar Pinto, Leo Colapetri. Those guys all played a role in how the look and feel that you're going to see.
Can I show the variant cover?
Go ahead, man. No.
All right, hold on. Let me get that out of there. Hold on. I don't want to give away the book over here now.
Yeah.
But like I said, I was reading it right prior. Oh, yeah. Let me just make it smaller so people could see. Oh, there we go. Oh, man. Look, folks, look at. Oh, this is so fucking sick. Look how sick that is, dude. Look how sick that is, that cover. Oh, my God. Who did this? This is gorgeous, dude.
So from DC Comics, who did the Joker's World. And shout out to Oscar.
Fire, folks. You see that how beautiful that is. And again, if you want to get involved with this project, it's as simple as hitting that link that's below. It's also in the show notes. And then it's going to take you to this page right here. All right. That's when you know you're at the right spot. I mean, look at these honest cards. There's some scary shit right here. Look at this.
And here's the thing that I want people to understand. And this is where I really appreciate Brian. Brian paced our story to the point where we didn't need, how if you're a new beginner, sometimes you try to throw up or you think you have the coolest suit, you want to show that. No, we took our time. He took the time. He allowed the story to come to him. And it's helped us in a way that now when we're laying the groundwork, as you can see, as you read the book, you saw how it build.
Mm-hmm.
The second book is going to get even more intense. We want to build that intensity, and not one of those books that you just look at and say, "Hey, the cool colors, that's great." No, we want you to really. It's a book that's going to challenge you.
So let me ask, this baby's dropping, on Kickstarter April 4th. Again, it'll be funded on the day because it's fire. And you said this baby's done. You're already working on issue 2. What's the release schedule like? What's this first story arc? How many issues be going on this baby?
There's 12 issues that we're looking at. Our goal is to, we like to get issue 2 out this year. That's our plan.
So 2 books a year about?
Yeah, we like to do 2 books a year.
Okay.
But the thing is, like we tell the fans, part of this, our goal is to raise as much money as we can because we have other stories that will play a role within this process. That's not the only one, but Deathblade is our tentpole. It's ground zero, and it's going to play a lot of roles in introducing other characters that are amazing. Well.
And you're not lying about Ground Zero because I see you here. You supporting over 21 Kickstarters thus far, and but this is your first project. You are popping your creative cherry with this one on Kickstarter, man.
Hey, hey, I was talking to the guys and I said this: the guys at Concrete, Tony over at Advent. I look at Jibba over at Gryu Comics. Those guys, you can't come in with a week. You just can't. I mean, the pressure of being able to do something. If you're going to do something, you got to come hard. And I wanted to make a statement, and that statement is that hey, independent comics are here to stay. We're not going anywhere. We're here.
Right.
Fall Valley Comics is going to be here for the long haul. And like I tell people, we're going to build organically, and I'm okay with that. And like I said, Kickstarter is not our. You said a statement earlier. Is Kickstarter our only inroads? I would say no. We do want to go into retail. That is something that we definitely were looking into doing, or we were looking into something else where we're talking about maybe web comics, have our stories there and build from there. But we felt that the work that we have put onto it, and I feel that the comic universe will appreciate, is the work that they will see that we've done, and that it's worth you going out there buying it. It's worth you giving that comic an opportunity to be that moment for you. I've always said this to everybody: I want your moment, because if I get your moment, you read it and you love it, then I've done what I've
done your job, baby. What you wanted to do. It's amazing what you set out to do. Fantastic. Again, I know everybody's gonna look forward to it. Again, you saw that trailer. Again, do I have to show you again? I've been showing you on and off, guys. Do I have to keep reminding you? Again, there's no excuse for you not be able to fund this too, because you guys are getting tax returns. And again, this is next month, so save your pennies right now. Get all those early birds. You heard what he got for you. You got some good ass goodies. Oof. Yeah, it's gonna be a fire project.
We got some things too where we call STLs, where you can actually create your own models of M and Deathblade. You can paint them any way you want to paint them.
What?
Yeah, we got that. And we got some really nice stuff that may not be a lot of stuff, because my thing is I didn't want to hit you with all these major stuff. I wanted to give you the Deathblade experience. I want you to feel that Deathblade experience, that you say, okay, I'm in it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you're in it, but you didn't want to get hit by the blade either, though.
definitely not. This is, I don't know. I haven't had a chance to really sit down and really think about it, but I can tell you that I know that my team can do anything. I'll take them against any creative team. Period.
It's a challenge, yo. And that's, you know what? They would definitely be contenders and definitely not an underdog in my eyes. Because after what I've read and seen, whew, shit, yeah, yo, they're ready for the championship, baby. Bring it, bring it.
Here's the act, I guess, because we've had a couple readers who have read it and it blew their minds. They had questions. Was there one thing that you thought it was, but it turned out to be something different?
But no, overall, once I opened the pages, I'm thinking Deathblade. I know we spoke before. I didn't know, exactly. All right, I went into it with open mind, and then when I just started seeing all these crazy ass action sequences, I said, "Wait a minute, this is definitely not on. This feels like on some John Wick and comics type stuff going on here." Whoa. I didn't expect that at all. You know what I mean? I thought it was gonna start off, a little slow burn, origin story type shit. No. You guys dug into action immediately as an origin, understanding what the character is, who he is, and then started digging deep into a little bit more, and you see some other stuff going on. Whoa, what? So basically, again, it's a beautiful book, impressive, popping colors, artistry, great story. And you do wind up caring about the character because you do, again, again, this is like you said, it's going to be 12 issues. So obviously, this is made and then in some type of cliffhanger. Definitely will keep wanting more.
Brian,
I will say that.
But I'm going to let you know. I told Brian we got to scare them, and I'm waiting for that. I am waiting for that moment. We got something.
Oh really? Oh man. Oh my. See, they keep teasing folks. But listen, you want to know everything they're talking about? We have to help it come to fruition. And all we have to do is when it goes live, you go to that Kickstarter, sign up now. You're going to get that notification in your inbox. Then you're going to go and make it rain, baby, make it rain on this project called Deathblade. Yeah, for real, The Awakening. You have to do this, right? You already heard. It's ready to go. You know what I mean? They get funded. This is done. Book gets shipped and on to book 2 and beyond. Yeah, I'm really excited, man. I see so much fantastic possibility for this. So I really believe that this should get funded within a day. And if you guys keep doing the hustling you guys are doing, I see it. Now, lastly, as you're hustling, and this is the year, issue 1's going to be out. And again, you're planning on issue 2. Any plans yet for conventions where you're going to, be showing off the wares maybe in the summer?
I keep trying to get him to go to Rhode Island.
I want to go to Rhode Island. I want to do it. It's just we've been so concentrated and just really just focusing on trying to make sure we get the book the best way that we could. Because the convention is a whole different beast in itself.
Yes,
but I know that once we bring Deathblade the overlay, I know we can win them. And
yeah, you got a booth. You got to put that in front of fans. And of course, if you're being Rhode Island, like I already connected with my man Bud. When the time comes, opportunities to host a panel and introduce, whether Deathblade, talk indie comics and independent publishing. Because again, that is the wave. Again, like homie mentioned before, with Diamond kind of stepping out the way, we're seeing now other distributors come out, and finally, it's like, okay, it's no longer a fucking monopoly. Everybody has opportunity. Massive is working with people. Magnetic working with other people. Everybody's working with other people right now. Even Storm King announced they're working with. I didn't even know who the hell these people were. I'm like, holy shit! Okay, so there's another distributor out there, and it's fantastic to see that. People were so scared about the world of indie suffering from this. Nah, indie navigates like no other.
I Right, right. I never really saw it like that. I I felt that the indies had already kind of crossed that threshold where, you know, their audience, and that's why I said Kickstarter is so important. You got Zoop, you got Indiegogo, you got so many
Unlike comic, yeah.
up indie. I mean, indies have been able to spread their wings and able to expand their audiences. Um, you know, guys like us who are new to the, you know, who are new to it are very much open to out of that box type of environment and trying to bring in more fans. And I got to give it to Brian. You know, he understands this industry, and I have good, solid people that's gonna help us go through this.
The
Go through,
growing pains.
yeah.
Oh, I can't wait, man. So Brian, I know you do your own thing too. You know, you have your own, you know, the Cochran verse as well. Are you making any appearances anywhere? You know, talking about being up here up north.
So a lot of my work up until this year has been for other people. People will hire me. I'll write their comic book, prose, you know, novel, whatever.
Ghost writing, strip dancing, all that stuff.
Exactly. Whatever to make $1, you know. But this year I have a film coming out under my own name by a studio in Florida, Kill Devil Films.
Woo!
I have another one that's still in negotiation. This is a well-known independent filmmaker. I have a whole bunch of other projects, which I get my own credit, but it's somebody else's idea.
Yeah.
And I just signed a deal with a mainstream publisher for my own novels and comic books. I can't say who yet, but talk to me in a week or two and I will.
Well, you better hit us up with that press release so we can share it and celebrate, you know, your new ventures, man. That's awesome. Bless, kiddo.
Thank
Good
you.
to hear.
Thank
Good to hear.
Yeah. What was that?
Well deserved, man. Well deserved. Well, of course, see, because you met EA, and, you know, and you guys are both the monster, and now you guys are putting out amazing creative energy out there. So I'm all for it, man. I'm definitely, you know, Cochran verse. I'm Skull Valley Comics, Brown verse. Let's go, baby. Let's kick some ass. Yes. I love it. And folks, you know how that you help them kick ass is by supporting the Kickstarter right there. That's telling you out. Boom. But guess what? In the show notes, you have a link there. All right, please hit that support independent comics. These guys are the future of the industry, man. It's folks like these that are just kicking ass and making it happen. I'm telling you, I'm very excited for this book. Absolutely am. Because after I read it, I said, whoa, again, I was happily surprised. Like, you know, because EA been talking, and every time people talk to me, I'm from New York. You know how you go, like, yeah. All right. And then when you read it, I'm gonna be honest. I was like, "Whoa, shit, bro! My man murder! That yo, man, where's the yellow tape? Where's the yellow tape? I gotta call the cops. Yo, that's it. I murder that, yo, for real."
Well, hey, I got some. You know, I'm gonna say this. We have been working on an animation that we're working on as well. So. Ooh. So we're about to take it to heights that people have never seen.
They're about to take that not on 100, but on 1 million. They're about to zoom, folks. They're about to zoom up, baby. Let's get it done. All right, so folks, again, please support that amazing Kickstarter. I also have their social media links within the show notes. You can follow my man EA. You can follow my man Brian. I'll leave everybody, you know, Chuck, even though he didn't show up, and Phil, you know, Mystery Man anyway. I can't even find him on the socials. Does he exist, or did Elon wipe him off of X? We'll find out on another show one day. All right. But you guys rock. Thank you guys for your time and much love and continued success and all in this journey. Because let me tell you, you guys are definitely talented AF, man. And I really am excited to see what you guys keep coming up with, because this book is just well, for me, this is a taste of what this universe is going to be. And let me tell you, I'm hungry now, so I definitely want to check out a whole lot more. And folks, thank you, my Crusaders. Thank y'all guys for everybody who's tuning in. Thank you for some of y'all still quiet. I don't know why y'all stay quiet, be vocal, be all right. Show love to these amazing creators that are putting out some fire stuff for us to watch. All right. So with that, it's Omega. It is EA Brown. It is Brian Cochran. Hasta la próxima, baby. Wepa!